In today's wrap-up, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan declares a nationwide lockdown. Armenia has supported a call by the UN Secretary-General for a global ceasefire. China announces that it will donate medical equipment to Armenia. Tycoon Gagik Tsarukyan says he won't pay his workers who are on leave. The US will no longer send aid to programs in Nagorno-Karabakh, and efforts continue to ensure COVID-19 doesn't spread to the Armenian military. In a national address on Tuesday evening, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan declared a nationwide lockdown in Armenia. Armenian citizens will now need to provide a reason for being outside. Citizens will be allowed to go out one time a day for exercise or a walk, or to go to grocery stores or pharmacies. Banks will also be functioning. Citizens will also be required to carry identification with them. Armenia's Foreign Minister Zohrab Mnatsakanyan has supported a call by United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres for a global ceasefire. The UN has called on nations to focus their efforts on combating the pandemic instead of military conflicts. A ceasefire has been in place since 1994 between Armenia and Azerbaijan, but it's constantly violated. According to the Armenian Foreign Ministry, China has pledged to donate medical equipment worth over $100,000. According to Deputy Foreign Minister Aved Adonts, the Chinese ambassador Tian Erlong has promised that China will send special medical uniforms and ventilators to Armenia. This comes as a number of nations have raised concerns about not having enough ventilators and other essentials to combat coronavirus. Beijing has already delivered a number of test kits to Armenia in the past week. Yesterday, President Armen Sargsyan also met with the Chinese ambassador to discuss China's assistance to Armenia to combat COVID-19. Armenian business magnate and opposition member of the National Assembly Gagik Tsarukyan has said that he won't pay his workers who are on leave due to the government's declaration of a state of emergency to combat the spread of coronavirus. The leader of the Prosperous Armenia Party, the second largest faction in the Armenian legislature, told reporters that it is the government's job to pay his workers and not his responsibility. He also stated that the government should act like a father and pay for those in its household that do not work. Tsarukyan owns a number of businesses, including factories, casinos, mines, fitness centers, hotels, gold markets, and gas stations. The US will no longer send aid to programs in Nagorno-Karabakh. According to reports, the US may send $16 million worth of aid to Armenia in 2021. However, the US has stopped sending aid destined to Nagorno-Karabakh and is no longer helping to fund demining initiatives by an organization called Halo Trust in Karabakh. The Armenian National Committee of America is already calling on Congress to not stop aid to Nagorno-Karabakh. And finally, efforts remain ongoing to prevent the spread of coronavirus in the Armenian military. So far, no cases have been reported in the military, nor in Nagorno-Karabakh. Nagorno-Karabakh's defense ministry has reported, however, that precautions are being taken, with barracks being disinfected and medical checks taking place for those entering Nagorno-Karabakh. Civilnet's Arshaluis Mkhdesian published an article about businesses which flourished during pandemics. In Armenia, among those businesses are producers of medical masks and alcohol, producers of toilet paper, as well as online supermarkets and food delivery services. Founder of Menu Group, a food delivery company, Vahan Keropyan, told Civilnet that the crisis compelled the company to diversify delivery services and try to become Armenia's Amazon. And finally, Civilnet visited a mysterious and eerie building in Armenia's northern region of Lori. This is the abandoned Russian Orthodox Church of St. Nicholas the Wonder Worker, which was built in 1846 near the village of Amrakits. It operated until 1988 and was severely damaged during the Spitak earthquake. It now lies ominously abandoned.